Hello and welcome back to another edition of Seggy Pants Plays. Now before we get started, please remember this rainbowy thing before we start going up the center of it. The way you get up is just to go up the center, because if you go up elsewhere, those blocks kind of just knock you down. Anyway, so you may have noticed on the title that I said plagiarism. So I was playing through this game. I actually just opened it up because it's on the, you know, high rated, everyone plays these games. And, the title caught my eye. Slide Down the Toilet for Admin. It's kind of a cool title, I'll give it that. But there's no toilet I saw at all in this game. And frankly, I was expecting an action game. I was disappointed when it was another hobby. But I started playing through it and I got this spooky sense of deja vu. And frankly, it looks like this obby, all 250 levels of it, or at least the majority of it. I can't really vouch for every level, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. The whole thing was copied wholesale because it sounded so familiar because I'd already played something that basically looks the same. So if you go over to the fun and the Mega Fun and Easy Obby version 2.16 and look at their picture for the title, and oh my, if it isn't that rainbow girder bridge I told you to remember at the start of this video. Yeah, that one looks like it was created in February of 2012, while Slide Down the Toilet looks like it was created, August 30th of 2014. So over 2 years later, about 2.5. And you might say, well, maybe it's the same guy just copying it around. Well, that could be true, but the Mega Fun and Easy Obby was made by ZZ Thalas ZZ. Well, the Slide Down the Toilet for Admin one was made by Angel Techo. Could be the same person, different names, but I don't know. And yeah, I think they just added a couple of admin functions so they could make money off it and copy it wholesale, which I find quite disappointing. And as you can see, I'm having quite a bit of trouble with this part. So be glad that I didn't actually show you the whole 250 levels. I'm actually almost near the end. Once I get past this, it should go pretty fast. Anyway, so yeah, I slide down for the toilet for the admin. I don't see any toilets at all. Now maybe you have to buy admin to see the toilet, but there's a picture on there of a guy presumably sliding down a waterway that's not in the game. And then of course there's some pirated picture of SpongeBob and Patrick that looks completely out of place. And then of course he has the tagline of it called "Thumbs up if you believe in God." Basically he's saying, if you don't thumbs up my thing, then you must be some sort of heathen sinner. Way to deal with emotions and blackmail there, mister. And we're on to another part that I don't like. I don't know why I can't get up these little tree things anymore, but I just have a hard time with them lately. So, yeah, you get to watch me do that several times. But I do make it to the end, so you get to see some of the cool toys you can have if you win. I just wanted to point out that it looks like, I don't have perfect proof or anything, but I think it's fairly obvious that Angel Techo ripped off ZZ Thalas ZZ, assuming that ZZ Thalas ZZ is the first one as well, which, I don't really have proof for either. Although in his description says, "I'm the original obby owner, here's some proof," and then he has a link to a YouTube video. So, yeah, ripped off. Just so he could slap on some admin, and probably he's trying to make money off it by having people spend ticks or something on it. Oh, and if you notice that little thing I just did there, I might have not mentioned this in the Halo 4 Next Generation video, but if you do the less than and greater than keys on your keyboard, it'll rotate you by 90 or 45 degrees. So if you have something where you have to just go straight through, then it can be quite helpful for that. I wish I knew that a long time ago. It's supposed to be some shift lock thing, but I couldn't figure out what it was. I'll have to go hunt through Roblox and see if I can find a list of all the keystrokes. I was wondering if it would actually be possible to map some of those keystrokes to a joystick. That might make some of these games a lot easier and funner. Okay, so that one wasn't even hard and I died dumb. Then we have our extra long death scene, and oh yeah, let's not put us facing the direction we need to be, and let's lose track of the view I was on, because yeah, that's all great to have to reset that every time. Okay, so I don't think the rest of this is all that hard, except for of course we have another little guessing game come up. Hit the wrong thing, you die. Hit the right thing, you're going to the next part. Now I actually won this the night before. I actually had some nice people play with me in 2 sessions while I was leveling up the levels. And so that was pretty cool. They stayed with me for quite a while until I had to go or until we won. So thank you to them. I forgot their name, sorry. But the first person, she was just doing it on an iPad with no keyboard. So yeah, that was highly impressive. Good job. And here we go. Let me try and zoom in so I can see what level we're on. What is it, like 247? I think we got about 3 more to go. And then the rest of the video is probably just me, you know, playing around with the superpowers. Showing you all the little cool toys you get to play with. Although I will point out that one of them's kind of broken. Oh yeah, I think this next one after this little jumpy catwalk thing, it's actually the last one, but it's kind of hard because you can't touch the black bits. And see, again, guys, be consistent. Give me some design language here so I know what I'm supposed to be jumping on and what I'm not. And then, yeah, there's not really quite enough room to maneuver, so you die. This takes me a couple times, but you see those little arms up guys? They're just saying, congratulations, you won. And there I die again. A little frustrating. So yeah, I had actually played most of this before with other people, and they were cool people, and I say thank you for playing with me and waiting for me when I die over and over again. You're very patient. So I just won, yay! So if you see over here on the right, there's the hot tub. If you want to paint yourself, you touch one of those. I can't remember what those do, but here's a whole bunch of hats. They're slightly more spread out, so you don't put on 16 hats when you load up, which is, you know, kind of nice. And here's a nice little disco dance floor. If you touch these little things with circles on top, you can have the circle trail. If you touch the ones behind me, you can get the little truss trail. And I believe that the ones to the right are superpowers, like go faster, jump higher, fly, that kind of thing. And so I was trying to do the dance because one of them gave me a dance power, but apparently I don't know how to do it. And so anyway, over here we have a nice little swing set. If you touch the purple button, one of the swings falls off. I don't know why you would code it to do that. That seems kind of dumb. So I was going to show you that the swing actually works quite well, but it's not working so well. So eventually I figure out that if I turn around and try it, maybe I'll get my keystrokes right and it actually will work well. And I would like to note that for some reason I'm hovering over the seat of the swing for whatever reason. Anyway, it's pretty cute. Looks like my arms flip back and forth through the rope though. But hey, Roblox. Probably made by some little kid somewhere for fun, so, you know, I can't get too fussy. But, you know, that's enough of that. So, here's a nice little climbing wall, and you can go up that, and then go down the slide. That, you know, you slide standing up, so, whee! I do believe it's probably time to, you know, try out flying on the trellis or ball thing. But I have to remember how to do that. Okay, here I go. So, I don't know what that big black thing is. The night before I tried going to it, but I just died of boredom before I got there, so never did figure out. And so you can see, 250 levels here, or obstacles I should say. That is a lot of stuff. And I really wonder, since my personal world really bogs down, how come all this doesn't bog down? Sure, it's not made of individual sort of blocks, but or at least not as many as some of my sculptures. But wow, that's still a lot of stuff. And you know, I do this for another minute or two before sitting in the hot tub and calling it a day. I thought maybe this was the entry spot, but it just is a see-through glass box, so not sure what it's for. And eventually it's like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. So just looking around and all the stuff I went through again. So this is really sort of the second time I played it. Nice clipping job there, Roblox, by the way. The little angel wings burst right through my gut, depending on the view. So when I try the smoke falls, it kind of goes with the whole angel aspect better. So yeah, if you want to play this game, I think I would recommend the one that is less likely, at least, to be a complete and utter rip-off. And so play Mega Fun and Easy Obby instead, because that seems to be the original. But yeah, I didn't see any sliding down the toilet. And as far as I can tell, I didn't get any admin stuff. I got the, you know, the regular dress yourself up and zoom around on trellises or balls, but, you know, all of them have that. That's not really admin. Anyway, sit in the tub and have a good day. Rate, comment, subscribe.